Hey there. So I was thinking about this today, what it means to fall in love with your life, because there are some days where I feel like I'm not in love with my life in this moment. When you spend so much of your time running around, grinding, working, doing everything for everyone else but yourself, sometimes you forget to carve out time for yourself because you're so exhausted. And I've seen all these posts and stories, and I've had all these conversations with individuals where we talk about what does it mean to fall in love with your life. Sometimes it's hard to even think about that because we are so prone to looking at our life and seeing ourselves in the middle of challenging situations and saying to ourselves, what can you love about that? And so we lean more into that without realizing that we can fall in love with our life. We have the capacity to fall in love with our life. All we have to do is make that decision. Falling in love with your life could be something as easy as waking up early to watch a sunrise, which is absolutely beautiful. I need to add that to my list a little bit more. Um, Lighting that candle that you've been saving for special occasions. Why are you waiting? Today is the occasion. Light the candle. Visiting beautiful places that are on your list. Maybe you can't afford that long distance trip, but there are opportunities that you can travel in your neighborhood, in your community, and you can have an amazing experience. Tonight after work, there is a series of concerts that are featuring the Albany Symphony Orchestra. And I haven't been able to make some of the day concerts because of work and schedule. And this evening I said, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to head over to the RPI campus. They were having the concert in the Experimental Media and Performing Arts Center. If you're ever in Troy, New York, and they have performances, you have to check out this concert hall. Absolutely beautiful. The sound is unbelievably amazing in terms of the acoustics and the design. Anyway, so I was able to catch not one, but two performances, and everything was free. They did require people to RSVP for ticketing and maybe just to have an understanding of capacity, but still, it was free and it was amazing. And I'm so glad that I did. And again, falling in love with your life is just sometimes doing things that might take you out of your comfort zone. So anyway, the concert ends and all of us are making our way out, and I took the stairs up and was just in the lobby area looking for my keys before I head out. And this woman, her name is Angela, came up to me and she started talking to me. And so we had this great chat. She was talking about the concert and everything. And she said that, when I came in, I saw you sitting alone at this table um, that they had set up. They had it kind of salon style, so it was a little different. So they had it salon style, different tables, and you could just basically sit anywhere. And so I was at a table by myself for much of the performance. And she said, I saw you when you came in, and I was by myself, and I was thinking that, I would come over and sit with you. And she ended up going to sit somewhere else. And she was saying, like, I came by myself and I saw that you were by yourself. I should have come over to introduce myself and then we could have enjoyed the concert together because I saw that you're alone. To be honest, I enjoy doing a lot of things alone. Um, I do enjoy company, so that's not to say that I don't enjoy company. But I think it took some time and experience to say, like, I'm comfortable going out to events on my own, dining on my own, different things on my own. Sometimes it allows me to be more present. And then also, too, I know that sometimes you are in spaces or there are certain times that you may not be able to make connections with anyone who wants to go to whatever you want to experience or the activity that you want to pursue. And that's okay. You have one of two choices. You can go or you can not go. And then if you don't go, you're going to end up feeling miserable that you didn't get a chance to go. So as we were talking, she was saying that, I was going to be home this evening and I was going to go grocery shopping. And I decided, you know what? No, I'm going to do something different. I saw online that you could register and that this is free, and so I decided to attend. And so that's what happened. So it's a really beautiful experience, and we had a really great conversation. And it also made me realize that sometimes we are so prone to our routines, and we think that that is the life that we have to have. And every now and then, it's okay to do things differently. And so when you're falling in love with your life, which I hope you'll do, explore the things that will bring you joy. Like I mentioned earlier, wake up early to catch a sunrise or drive somewhere to watch a sunset. Wear the dress that you've been saving that's hanging in the closet. Don't wait until that special occasion, because today is that special occasion. Listen to music with the windows down and blast it so that you can dance or sing to it while you're driving. Of course, make sure you're paying attention to any kind of road speeds and things like that. Find ways to create moments. They don't have to be huge, but find ways to create moments so that you can learn to re-love your life, because you deserve it. And even though we may be dealing with challenging situations, we can fall in love with our life because it's so necessary. I know a lot of times lately I've been looking at my life and my schedule and saying, I just don't have any time, I don't have any energy. I don't like where I am right now. Where I am is not where I want to be. And then I realized that there are some really beautiful moments that at the end of the day, when I sit down and reflect upon it, I'm like, you know what? My life is pretty great. Not perfect, but it's pretty great. I've had the opportunity, when I didn't stick to my schedule and the list that I had in front of me, to sit with a friend and listen to some music and watch a sunset by the river. I had an opportunity this evening to listen to some really amazing music and meet someone new who also decided that she was going to do something different. And this is what pausing means. Pausing sometimes means that, you know what, I'm going to take a moment for myself and pour into me and do something that is going to fill my heart with joy. So yeah, so today was a really great day. I'm glad I got a chance to catch these performances. I know that there's some performances tomorrow, so I'm hoping to catch that performance as well. And don't think that you can't fall in love with your life. Just because things might be challenging doesn't mean that you can't create opportunities. And you can create opportunities and experiences because you deserve it. It doesn't have to be anything that breaks your bank. It's just also a reminder that we should stop waiting to save things and experience them now. So as I mentioned earlier, that candle that you've been saving for special occasions, bring it out, light it today. The dress you've been saving for a special occasion, wear it now. Today is a special occasion. If you can, get up early and watch a sunrise. It's the most beautiful thing. And if you're not able to get up that early, catch a sunset. Those are just as beautiful. Those are actually my favorite. There are beautiful places that are in our community that you can visit, that you can walk to or drive to. And I'm sure you could find those in your community as well. And I share all this with you to say that sometimes we may think that we're not deserving of falling in love with our life, especially if we've been dealing with challenging situations. We all have them. All of us are dealing with one challenging situation after another. Sometimes we're so quick to say, well, someone's situation is much more serious than mine, so why am I even complaining? And We don't need to do that. We shouldn't negate our, or we shouldn't negate or feel that we need to negate our situation in comparison to other people, especially if what they're dealing with is much harder or intense. There's value in the experience that you're going through, and it should be acknowledged. At the same time, in the process, I guess one of the things that I would like to appeal to you to consider is that life is messy and unpredictable, and we can get so accustomed to sitting in those pity party moments. We don't have to live in our grief. We don't have to stay stuck in our grief. We can make the decision to fight for our joy and let joy coexist in the midst of whatever we're dealing with. And sometimes we may feel guilty that we're doing that, but it's so necessary. I'm not saying that this means that we should get over whatever we're dealing with, because whatever you're dealing with, it may take time. What I do encourage you to consider is that grief and joy can coexist. And even if we have a messy life, and even if we feel sad, we can find different ways to love our life. We can carve out different moments to experience so that we can also have joy too. So yeah, today was a great day. And I'm realizing that more and more I need to purposefully create more moments for myself so that I can fall in love with my life a little more. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. Yeah. So on that note, I hope you had a chance to go outside, and I hope you have a chance to do something different. And most importantly, I hope you consider finding different ways to fall in love with your life.